Guys, I have been absolutely reeling since the news came down about Luka frickin' Doncic getting traded to the Lakers. But after seeing his press conference, Laker Luka is officially a thing. I gotta get that gray cashmere sweater too. My man is looking sharp. But I digress. Luka is set to return from a calf injury and make his Laker debut in just a few short days. So in today's video, I want to break down this Los Angeles Lakers team to explain exactly what a Luka-led Laker team looks like. Welcome everybody, my name is Troy and this is the Half Court Report. Be sure you click that thumbs up button and subscribe for some of the best NBA content that you're going to find on YouTube. The talent upgrade in swapping Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis is pretty obvious. Both are excellent players, but Luka is in another tier. But how will a ball-dominant player fit alongside a team that was built to run heavily through AD this season? Well, Stephen No at sportingnews.com wrote a fantastic piece that I want to go through, and I'm going to offer some of my own thoughts as well. No says that LeBron has played along several ball-dominant superstars before. After all, he won a championship with Kyrie Irving back with the Cavaliers, and he won 2 more chips with Dwayne Wade during the Heat days. Playing with Luka, though, is a different situation. Because, yeah, even though LeBron is an all-star and has had a good year, he is no longer an MVP candidate. Luka is clearly the better player of the two. So unlike with Kyrie or with D-Wade, it will be LeBron this time who has to take a back seat. Now, it's impossible to guess a player's mentality, but this shouldn't be too much of an issue for LeBron. The Lakers were already running more of their offense through AD anyway, and we saw during the Olympics that James is capable of adjusting his game to fit alongside stars while still delivering at the most crucial points. So no doubt, LeBron is going to be effective when Luka has the ball. After all, he has turned into a pretty solid three-point shooter, hitting nearly 38% this year from behind the arc. That's a year after connecting on a career-high 41% last year. Plus, LeBron is deadly on his cuts to the basket, so doubling off of him is not going to be an option, especially when Luka is on the floor with him. Guys, it's going to be a nightmare for other teams to guard those two. There's no way around it. Because the Lakers now have 2 of the strongest and biggest lead ball handlers in the league. Very few teams have an elite perimeter defender with the size to guard one of them, let alone 2. A lot of commentators said that LeBron James and Luka Doncic aren't a good fit together. But both LeBron and Luka are brilliant and highly skilled. They're going to figure it out. The Lakers were a decent enough offensive team before this trade, ranking 13th on that side of the floor. Defense was more of their issue, where they ranked 21st, and they just traded their best defender in Anthony Davis. As good as he is, though, he couldn't prop up this unit that was low on perimeter stoppers. That's going to remain a weakness on this team, but when Luka is locked in, he is capable of guarding his position in a pretty sufficient manner. We saw that in Game 4 of the NBA Finals last year. That level of effort is definitely the exception rather than the rule, though, because Doncic will often get disengaged on fast breaks or other plays. And yeah, that's worrisome given the Lakers are already one of the worst transition defense teams in the league. So can the Lakers get Luka to buy in more on that side of the ball? And we must remember, I don't think the Lakers will be getting the same Luka Doncic. I think he will be even better if that's possible. The Lakers are getting angry Luka, disrespected Luka, no state taxes Luka. He is going to be a man on a mission with something to prove on his new team. Don't be surprised if Luka goes on the Atkins diet, drops 40 pounds, and is on the cover of Cosmopolitan by the end of the season, okay? Because for whatever reason, Dallas GM Nico Harrison did not believe in Luka. Don't know why, that's a story for a whole nother video. But moving Luka makes him ineligible for a Supermax contract that would have paid him $345 million over 5 years. Instead, his max is now 4 years and $229 million. That's a difference of $116 million. So that alone should be enough to motivate Luka. And if not, LeBron will. Doncic hasn't been in a position where there was a more important player than him since his rookie year when he was playing with Dirk Nowitzki, who was in the twilight of his career. But LeBron, he is sharing the floor with Luka, still playing at a high level, and it has been rumored that he spends upwards of $1.5 million keeping himself in shape. So me thinks that LeBron is not going to let Luka fall back into old habits. The word right now is that Luka is tipping the scales at 270 pounds. After a few workouts with LeBron, Luka is going to get back to a very solid playing weight. Doncic also has former teammate J.J. Redick at the helm of the Lakers as head coach. Those two have a good relationship. He even made a very rare podcast appearance on Redick's Old Man and the Three podcast last year. And at just a little over half a season at the helm, Redick has proven himself to be a great offensive coach. He will make the pieces fit. He is going to figure out a way that this is going to work, and it's going to work very, very well. LeBron and Luka are going to be just fine playing together. They are too smart not to figure out a way. The most concerning thing for the Lakers, I think, is that they don't have a big man to replace Anthony Davis. They were already thin at that center spot with Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes, and two-way players Christian Koloko and Trey Jemison. Those are not striking fear into any opposing teams. So it is going to be crucial for the Lakers to find another big man before the February trade deadline. Luckily for them, they still have some assets they can use in a trade. They have a 2031 first-round pick. They could also, and it pains me to say it, move a player like Austin Reeves or Dalton Connect to help shore up that front line. There are a lot of big men available, such as Clint Capella, Nikola Vucevic, Jonas Valanciunas, Jusuf Nurkic, and Time Lord Robert Williams III. All of those players, I think, could be had for that 2031 pick, or maybe even a couple second-round picks down the road. So with the Lakers looking to go all in on a big man, the lack of center depth isn't going to be an issue for too long, in my opinion. Neither will the fit for Luka. It may take a couple of games, but this Laker team is going to be very, very dangerous by the time the playoffs roll around. I would not want to face this squad in a 7-game series. I can just imagine it being one of those things where the Lakers end up being the 6th or 7th seed, and then you have to play a team like the Grizzlies or the Rockets in the first round. The Grizzlies already have a history of trouble with the Lakers and lost to them in the first round a couple of seasons ago. Houston, they're a very young team with minimal playoff experience. And there are other teams too that could have some issues with the Lakers' 2 stars, because if you're facing LeBron and Luka in a 7-game series, that is going to be a lot to handle. Guys, I need to know what you think in the comments. Are you still reeling from this trade like I am? And Mavericks fans, let me know what you're thinking too. I do not envy being in your position right now. Since you've watched this far, make sure you drop a like for the YouTube algorithm and hit that subscribe button too so you never miss another NBA video from me. Coming at you all the time with fresh NBA content. Check out some of the other videos that I have on this channel. Make sure you see my pinned comment too. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in to the channel today. Don't be a casual in basketball or in life. And I'll see you next time on the Half Court Report.